Okay, got a 2016 Ford Escape 2-liter engine, and in this video we're going to be replacing the battery. Now in the service literature, it wants you to take this here air box out. So you're going to remove this, pull it all out, and then you're going to take this side panel, you'll take it out, and then you're going to slide this out. But the problem is it's really hard to get up in here because you got a battery strap, you got two nuts, and then you got to go back even further to get to the negative battery cable. Another way to do that is you're going to remove this here cowl, you're going to move the wiper blades, and then you got pretty much direct access to the top of the battery. I've done it both ways. I kind of like removing the cowl, so that's what we're going to do in this video. Okay, I'm on the driver's side right now for the wiper blade. First thing we got to do is remove this cap. I'll just take a screwdriver, and we're just going to come in here, lift it up a little bit, put our screwdriver in, going to pop it up, and then we just pull it off. Okay, we're going to take a 15mm socket, and we're just going to break that nut loose. And let me get a ratchet there, speed ratchet. And let's go ahead and whip this nut off. Now in the past I have marked this, but there's also registration marks here that's on the windshield, so you can use that as a guide when you put it back on. So what you want to do is lift this here up. You just kind of want to rock this here blade back and forth, and hopefully this thing will come off of there. Make sure you keep up with it. They're not interchangeable from side to side. And you want to repeat the process on the other side. You're going to see there's 8 metal clips all the way across. Now what I like to do is I just like to use a pick, get in there, kind of work it back and forth, and then you can pull it off. You can see that's what it looks like. Now I'll show you one more. No need to bore you taking them all off. Like I said, there's 8 of them. All the metal clips have been removed. Now you notice that the front is loose, but now in the back there's going to be some clips that snap in. So you can start over on one side, kind of get your hand in there, and just lift it up, work your way all the way down. You can feel where the clip is. Just get your hands in there, just lift it up. And then once you get it out and removed, just take it on, set it aside. Now we have to remove this lower cowl here, but you can see the master cylinder is attached to it, so we're going to remove these 2 screws, T25, and then we're just going to drop this master cylinder down. So once I get the 2 screws out, I'll catch you in the next shot. Now once you get your 2 screws out, just let it sit down. Just lower it down. Alright, we got 4 bolts holding this here cover down. We got one right here, one right here. The other 2 on the other side. There's 2 of them. Passenger side, there's one. There's the other one. By the way, this is a 10mm. Now at this point, you should just be able to lift it right out of there and set it aside. Now, as you can see, we've exposed the whole top of the battery. We can get to everything pretty good. First thing we're going to do, we're going to come back here to the back. This is a negative battery cable, 10mm socket, and we're just going to loosen up this here battery connector. And then we're going to work it back and forth. See if we can get this thing undone. So this is our battery sensor right here. Monitors the current, you know, so it's looking for how much current is going out to the electrical system. All right. Now, if you notice right here, you see there's a little notch, and the battery cable was sitting there. So the battery sensor cable goes in first, and then this sits right on top, just like so. All right. So we're going to set him aside. Pull him over here. Now we're going to do a positive cable. And we'll just set him aside. Okay. All right, now we have this here battery strap. Again, it's still 10 millimeter. Socket will fit it. Now once I get these nuts off, I'll catch you in the next shot. Now once you get your two nuts off, you're going to just lift up on the battery strap. Now notice that one side on the left is straight. Notice the other side's got a little notch. The little notch on the right will fit into the slot. That's right over here. Now, let's see if we can just get this joker out of here. And there is our prize. Okay, when I get a new battery, I like to look at the electrolyte. You know, I want to bring it up to the full level. And I can see in these right here, it's a little bit low, and I'm using distilled water. Okay, that looks good. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll put our cap back on there. And then I'm going to check this one, and if it's low, I'm going to do the same thing. If you got any dry acid down in here, I went ahead and I blowed it out with a air nozzle. And also, be sure to wear safety glasses so you don't want to get any of that stuff on you. All right, let's get this battery back in there. All right. Okay, we got the battery strap. Remember, the little notch here goes to the right. Alright, looks good to me. And then you get your nuts, screw them on. And once I get these down, that's a 10 millimeter as mentioned, and then I'll catch you in the next shot. Alright. Alright, I got these anti-corrosion pads that goes across the battery posts, and you also come with some grease. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit of this grease. I'm just going to put it around the posts. I'm going to put it around the side, and I'm going to put a little bit on the top. We get our grease on there. I'm going to put a black pad on there. Then we're going to take our battery cable, we're going to stick him down. And then we're going to come back, 10 millimeter socket. And we're going to snug him up. Make sure that the battery cable, sensing cable, is on the bottom. The other cable goes right in top in this slot. On the positive cable, I've already put the grease on. So now we're going to put on the red pad. Put them down to the bottom. And then we're going to take this one. We're going to put him on. And we're going to snug him up.
It doesn't matter which way, except red is just where the positive normally is?
Yeah, the red goes to the positive on the cable. See the black cable?
Yeah.
And it goes to the negative. Well, now's a good time to clean the bottom of your windshield if you want to do that. So I'm going to clean this off. No way you're going to clean it with the cowl on there. So we'll go ahead and get it now. Okay, now we're going to be putting a lower cowl in here. Always tricky to get it back in there.
Oh, there we go.
looks good. That looks good. Let me check this side. Yep. Looks good. Now let's get our bolts. Okay. And one going there. One goes here. Come on here.
It's tricky, that one.
There we go. And we got two more over here. And one right there. Okay, 10 millimeter socket. I'll catch you guys in the next shot once I get that done. Now, let us put in the upper cover here for the cowl. Just snap it on down. Alright. Nope, there's nothing there. Okay. Alright, that's good there. Okay. Now we're going to take our metal clips, and what we're going to do is take it like this. No top and bottom, doesn't matter. And we're just going to push them on. And just go right on down the line. And as I mentioned earlier, you should have 8 of them. Now once you get your metal clips in, let's get our T25 screws. We're going to put a brake reservoir back on here. And then we're going to secure them. And once I get these secured, we'll catch you in the next shot. Alright, I got the driver's side windshield wiper assembly. And I am just laying it down. Now, like I've done in the past, I've actually put in a white marker here and here, so this way you can line it up. But as I also mentioned, you have a registration mark here that's on the windshield. But I kind of like to mark things. Alright, so now I'm going to get our nut. That's a 15 millimeter socket. I'll catch you guys in the next shot when I get that secured down. And all you want to do is just snug it. That's all you need. Take our cap, you put it on there, and just snap it down on. Doing the same thing with the other one here. Okay, put a nut on. And just snug it up. And again, we put our cap on. And now we're done. Now I looked in the owner's manual. A lot of these cars require that you reset the battery monitoring system, also known as a BMS. I didn't see anything about it. Now several ways, a couple of ways you can do it. I'm going to try this method. I saw it on YouTube. I don't know if it'll work, but supposedly you shift your headlights on the high beam 5 times, and then you press the brake pedal 3 times. And you'll watch the brake light, and then the battery light, the battery light will flash 3 times, and at that point, it should be reset. So in the process, what we do is we turn it to on. Alright, let's do headlights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we 1, 2, 3 on the brake. And let's see anything. It's supposed to be about 10 seconds, and the battery icon should flash. Sometimes some people said it worked, some said it didn't. We'll see. Let me try it one more time before we give up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press the brake 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And let's see what happens. And it doesn't look like this is going to work. So we're going to have to get a scan tool on here and see what we got in there. So let me just turn it off. Alright, so it's a Ford USA. Let's click that. 2016 Escape. Yep, looks good to me. Let's go to diagnosis. Let's do this version. Let's do the latest and greatest. Okay, let's switch it to on. And let's see, okay.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving.
Okay, let us see. Let us see. I believe that would be in the BCM. And let's see. Let's see what we got in there. It's been so long. It's been about 4.5 years ago. Let's see. Special functions. Let's see. GVN programmable. Here we go. BMS. Battery monitoring system reset. Turn on ignition. It is. Okay. Perform the batteries in place. Yep. Do you want to continue? Yes. And it wants us to wait for about 20 seconds. 8, 7, 6. Countdown, Saria.
I just want to know what happened to the good old days where it was in the front, you take it out, put a new one in.
Them days are over. Now let's turn the ignition off. Now we say okay. And it looks like we are done. Alright, that's going to wrap this here video up. You can see it's not that big a deal on changing the battery. Maybe the biggest thing is trying to get that battery reset if you didn't have a scan tool. And I tried a procedure that I saw on YouTube where some people said it worked for them, some said it didn't. In that case, you're going to have a scan tool that can reset this battery monitoring system. One thing I didn't mention is when you buy this car, if you look right in here, you notice that ours did not have a cover over the top. When we bought this car, it didn't have a cover. So that's just one thing different. You may have to take it. If you do have a cover, you just lift it up and just slide it out. Everything else will be the same. All right. That's going to wrap it up. You guys take care, and we'll see you in the next one.